Hi, I'm Matt, and I work for the New York Power Authority. In an earlier video, Alex showed you how plants can be used to create or produce electricity when she used a potato battery to turn on a small LED light bulb. Today, we're going to think about how we use energy on a daily basis and how our energy usage impacts the planet. What is energy? Energy is the ability to do work. Electricity is one type of energy. Can you think of some other types of energy? Heat and light, or radiant energy, are two other great examples. Other forms of energy consist of mechanical, chemical, motion, and even sound energy. Energy powers so many things, and it makes it possible for us to do everyday activities like grow food in our greenhouse classrooms. But where does energy come from? Or how is it used to create different types of energy like electricity, heat, and light? Let's focus on electricity. If you ask people where their electricity comes from, most people would say it comes from an outlet. Some might trace it back to even a power plant. There are many different types of energy sources, and they can be divided into two groups. Renewable sources, these are groups that include things like solar power, hydropower, and wind power. These sources of energy are plentiful and can be regenerated in a short period of time. The second group is non-renewable resources. This includes things like natural gas, coal, and even oil. Non-renewable energy sources were formed millions of years ago and cannot be generated so easily. So what does this have to do with you and me? The more electricity we use, the more we need to generate, and the more resources are needed to create that electricity. And one of the byproducts of electricity generation is carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas. Greenhouse gases contribute to climate change. Does this mean we shouldn't use electricity? No. This just means we should be smarter with it and how we use it. Now let's think. How do you use energy in your life? Let's collect some data to find out. For this activity, you'll need a piece of paper and a pencil. You will want to make a data sheet that looks just like this. Starting from when you wake up until you go to bed, jot down everything you do that requires electricity. You will also want to write where that electricity comes from. Does it come from a power plant, a battery, or maybe even wind power? Let's get started. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I like to do is make myself a nice cup of coffee by turning on the coffee machine. Now when I do this, I make sure to unplug the machine when I'm done so that I'm not wasting electricity. Throughout my day, I also use my laptop to do my work. This has a battery in it, but every now and then I must plug my laptop into the charger when it dies. At night, I like to watch a little bit of TV before I go to bed, and on those hot nights, I'll have my AC going. And with the AC, I like to leave mine on energy saver mode, so when my AC hits my desired temperature, it'll turn off and not waste any electricity. I also signed up to receive my electricity through community solar, which is a great way of getting access to a renewable energy resource if you live in an apartment building like me. Think about the greenhouse classrooms in your school. Energy is used to power the lights on the NFT, tower gardens, the VCS, and the seedling stations. We also use energy to run pumps that push the water from the reservoir all around the systems to deliver water to our plants. However, the systems are run on timers that control so they can only use electricity when it's needed. So, after you've collected your data, take a look at it. What did you notice? You might even compare how you use energy with a friend or a family member. What are the similarities? Are there any differences? Electricity is a big part of our lives, and we are not going to stop using it. But we could think about ways to reduce the amount of electricity we use or how to use it a little bit more efficiently. Some ways to be energy smart consist of turning off the lights when you leave a room. During the day, don't turn on lights unless you need them. Turn off electric appliances if you're not using them, and even go one step further and unplug them too. Don't hold your refrigerator door open. Don't leave your windows open when running the air conditioner, and even try using a fan to cool off those spaces if you can. Unplug your chargers when you're not using them, and even think about using a power strip. The power strip will ensure that all these appliances will turn off with just the flip of a switch. Now it's your turn. Think about how you could reduce the amount of electricity you use. Can you come up with some ideas that don't involve giving up things that you need in your daily life? Let us know by sharing your ideas on Instagram or Facebook with @sunworks and email us at environmentaljustice@nypa.gov.